Under the influence of alcohol?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Can I just tell you, it's
After
an excellent question that you could ask 100 times, and 100 times you would not get an honest answer.
Come on.
But, well, I'm sure there is an answer. I've got one. Everybody put your cameras away. I have children. We were at a convention in Paris, and it was at Paris Disneyland. This was a few years ago. And I'm a sipper. I like to enjoy a cocktail. I'm not a chugger, you know what I mean? And I went to...
Hey, tell him to call you back later. Thank you.
And so we were at this convention, and I had walked out to the front. We were done with everything, and I walked out in front of the place where we were staying, and there was this British man who was there with his family, and he just struck up a conversation with me, and he was the nicest guy in the world, just like totally random, was not there for the show, had his family at Disneyland. And he just looked at me and said, "Brother, I need a beer. Can I buy you a beer?" And I was like, "Absolutely, you can buy me a beer. Let's go sit at the bar and have a beer." And then he bought me another beer. And then every time like he would say something like, my kids can keep me up, so have just a shot with me. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a great idea. So fast forward to him convincing me to go to this other bar. We went to this other bar, had a couple more drinks. And then when I finally had the presence of mind to be like, I did not say it this clearly, but I said I have to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna leave you. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed hanging out with you. It was a good time. And I walked back to the exact, I think, the same way that I walked to the bar, but something was different. And the gate that was like a solid 15 feet high was closed and locked, but I could see my hotel. It was right there. And the gate, the fence went really far that way and really far that way. And I said, it's probably not a good idea for me to walk that far. So I should just climb over the fence. Thankfully there isn't, but if there were security camera footage of my Sisyphusian task to get over this wall, it would have been the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life. It took me no less than 10 attempts to get over the wall. And when I got over the wall, I was so happy that I did, that I got 2 feet over and jumped. And I forgot how high the wall was. So I landed and I fell into some bushes. And then I stood up. I made it back to my room, went to sleep, woke up, plenty of time for whatever the next morning, came downstairs, and I had scratches all over me from the bush. It looked like I had gotten in a fight with many, many cats. Yeah, and so that's my story.
Great story.
How about you, Reeve? You got any?
I'd probably say no comment. I don't think anything's going to be as interesting as that, though, that's for sure.
I have one that's slightly interesting and more embarrassing, and I'm going to share it with you because you are my people. So this was freshman year of college.
Nothing counts from that year.
Nothing counts from that year. What happens freshman year and those years after
stays in freshman year until you get to JIB.
So we went to a spring break thing my freshman year, in Florida, in Pensacola, Florida, which is on the panhandle of Florida, on the beach. All thousands of spring breakers show up. Me and 4 buddies go. We get a hotel room, share a hotel room, right? 2 beds. I'm sharing with one dude, other dudes are sharing there. There's a dresser here with a TV on it. I am so far beyond intoxicated, okay? I should have stopped drinking 18 or 20 drinks ago. I walk into the hotel room, my 2 buddies are sleeping in one bed. I hop in the bed with my other buddy. I fall asleep for like an hour, and I wake up. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go pee-pee. I gotta go pee-pee. And I remember like my drunk mind just getting me out of bed, eyes never open, just going, I gotta go pee-pees. I gotta go pee-pees. And so I get up and walk to the bathroom. And I walk, and I walk, and I walk, and I get down, and I pull the thing open. Oh, I start peeing. Oh, so much. I'm like a minute and a half into the pee, right? Like, I mean, maybe 1 gallon of whiskey has already come out. And my buddy wakes up and he goes, Matt! And I turn around and I go, shh. And I go back and I keep on peeing. And he goes, Matt! And I go, I'm still peeing. I go, what, man? He's like, you're peeing in the dresser drawer. So I walked to the bathroom. I'm finished.
I was wondering what kind of toilet.
It was one of those pull-out drawer toilets. You know, everybody's seen them before.
Yeah.
So basically,
That don't flush.
Yeah. Saving water, Jason. Okay.
So your time.
Basically, what you should take away from that story is don't pee in the dresser, but always be quiet in the hotel room when your friends are sleeping.
Thank you.
Excellent questions.